Bengal Genius with you, and wanted to discuss the direction that the team is currently heading in. And I'm disturbed by it once I kind of uncovered a few facts. And what got me off on this was the whole Andrew Whitworth interview talking about negotiations with Mike Brown and the Blackburns, Katie and Troy. And what they're going to have to realize is, okay, according to Statista, the Bengals are the least valuable franchise right now in the NFL. They're worth $4.1 billion. Okay, now before you get out the tissue box, now keep in mind now that in 2020, the Bengals were worth $2 billion. Now, yes, there's been a big contract negotiation, but also look at the huge monster impact that Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, Trey Hendrickson, and yes, the whole organization, Zach Taylor, have had on this team. And I know right now everybody's hating on Zach Taylor and Duke and all that. But I'm just saying from a valuation standpoint, you're talking about doubling the franchise's value. So when you talk about paying Joe Burrow the money, that's why you give him the money, okay? But watch this video here of Andrew Whitworth discussing negotiations with the Blackburns and Brown.
Katie and Troy Blackburn, who actually, it's his daughter and her husband, who were actually running the operations of the team. Like Mike was just the owner, and at that time he kind of stepped away from doing a lot of that stuff. They were negotiating the contracts. And they're like, we don't support this. It was basically like, this is between you and Mike. Like, don't call us about negotiating it. Like, it's whatever you and him talked about. Like, we're out of it. That's between you and him. We don't want anything to do with it. So I was like, wow. So this is, I'm getting an extension from the owner, and no one else supports it and doesn't even want to talk to me about it. So I'm like, okay. So I take the deal, and I'm like, hey, this is what's good for me and my family, and I'm going to protect them first and foremost. So I took the deal, went into the next season. I played great again. I was a free agent, and I'll never forget Troy Blackburn texting me in January and saying, like, hey, we want to talk to you about extending you or, like, figuring that out, that what it would look like for you to come back. And I was like, you know what? This time y'all can talk to my agent. And it was like, you didn't want to talk to me a year and a half ago? Yeah. We ain't talking now. So
now listening to Andrew Whitworth go through this, he discussed, there's also a longer clip you can find online, but he really expressed how stressful it is, how it's just bugging you to know that they're kind of like not valuing you. And these guys are, I'm talking about their elite level of play. I understand what everyone's saying about setting a bad precedent, and honestly, I had a take on that earlier in the year, but after now that I was thinking about it, looking at the direction of the team and the current state, is the Bengals seem like they got hit status quo, and they just think they're going to coast. And that's just the old way of doing things. You have to, especially in today's NFL, you have to extend the elite players like Jamar Chase. If Trey Hendrickson's playing out of his mind, extend him, because it builds up a feeling of you're with a real franchise. Because these guys do get disenfranchised, and everyone starts clowning them, and then the reputation of the whole team, the entire franchise, it goes down the tubes. If the players feel this is a half-assed operation, and if it's going to be ran this way, that's what it looks like, And you never stop improving the roster. It makes me sick to see the undefeated Kansas City Chiefs making trades, trying to improve the roster, and we're getting, our offensive and defensive lines are getting dog walked against Philadelphia. We don't have a home victory, okay? Don't have a home victory. There's weak points on this team right now. You can see it. It's jumping off the field. Everyone can see it. Everyone's got NFL Plus looking at the same game film. You guys aren't, brilliant scientists, okay? You can turn it on the film and see guys aren't blocking. Guys aren't picking up any yards running the football. You can see that the defensive line is not getting any pressure. Improve the roster. Make some trades. Get creative. All right? You're ruining a golden opportunity. Golden opportunity. Joe Burrow has his franchise turned around, and you guys, and not just Joe, also, Orlando Brown's helping, Trey Hendrickson, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, long list of guys that have stepped up. But you caught lightning in a bottle, and you're just squandering it. You're squandering it. And you're trying to get a dome right now, which is a little soft, but honestly, I hope you get it because, you can have events during the winter, and that's more revenue to come in for the team, and they'll even make more money, okay? But don't ignore the primary source of income, which is the actual Cincinnati Bengals, and you will only make more money, but do your part. Don't say, like, hey, guys, we can chintz out here, and hopefully these guys will still just keep winning because we got Joe Burrow. Don't do that. Build around them. Push it over the top. It's going to be more valuable to what you're trying to do. It just makes too much sense. So snap out of this old approach and let's get with it. All right? Come on. Let's go, Bengals. Do it, Duke. Tuesday's the deadline. Blackburns, get those guys extended. Show you're a real franchise. All right, let's go. Be sure to subscribe to the Cincinnati Bengals Genius Show. Who dey?